It's too hot. Do you know what that is? That's Wazim. He's put those numbers up there, but they don't exist. That's 27. That's what he's done. Yeah. You. You. Where am I? On holiday. Annual leave. Good man. Excellent. So, we've shown you how to do that once, and now you've repeated it a second time. So you've gone round anti-clockwise. Once you go past this fold, you allow the clockwise to come in, and it propels the scope forward. What's causing it to drag is probably not enough gel on the scope. But as you see it, how does that feel now? Happier? Good. So your ambition was to actually be able to negotiate the rectosigmoid safely, maintaining a view. So you've done it twice. How does that make you feel? Much better. Ah. So where's the lumen? That's good. So what you did there was you took it back just a fraction, and then the scope then shows you where the luminal view is. Do we know what caused the problem with the electric?
Yes, UPS is my
OMI?
maybe UPS.
UPS?
Yes, not working. There's a direct electricity.
Oh, it's the city.
Yeah, electricity.
Oh. Keep your finger off the air and just advance nice and slow. So what could you do now? We talked about it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Now, yeah, well done. Well done. Good. So you're going to make it look up. Yes. And what can you do now with the water? Yeah. Good. So you're actually letting the scope drop back even though you've made... So the scope should go up and at 1 o'clock. So 12 to 1 o'clock is where the lumen is. There you go. Well done. So where's the lumen again? Is it still up? Yeah. Is it? Do we still need to go up? We do. Come back. Come back with the scope. Excellent. And tip up. You see the folds, they're all converging. It's like a bunch of fingers going, come this way. Good man. Advance nice and slow. Keep the big wheel back. Big wheel all the way back. And advance nice and slow. Good. Keep your finger away from the air. Good man. That's excellent. It's going round. You can see where it wants to go. Good. That's brilliant. Well done. So remember what we have to do with your chin. Get it up. If it doesn't want to go up, pull your little wheel back. And then when you pull your little wheel back, it goes clockwise. There you go. And now let go of your little wheel. And now draw back the scope 2 centimeters. And now go forward. There. Just be watching your hand. Your hand's coming up and drifting forward. Remember what we showed you, what happens to the tip when you allow your hand to move offline. Good. No more air. If the scope is feeling stiff, put more gel on it. Good man. Try not to suck. It's a bit like when you're walking on this carpet, right? And then you suck. You do this with the carpet. And that's what you do at the fold. So don't suck because the carpet will gather up underneath and you've got a trip. Yeah? Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Maintain. No more air. Keep your finger away from the air. Good man. Okay. Okay. So what can we do to help her? Yeah, take some air out. What else can we do? We've given sedation. So what can we do? What else can we do? Yeah, why not? So we'll give her one. And that's because we've had that long delay. So we'll give her that. But then we could actually try and position change. But first of all, let's give her this. If the delay hadn't have happened, we wouldn't have had to top her up with. Yeah. 1-1, yes. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. Right. Look at how you've got the scope. Your hand's too far forward. Bring your hand back. That's good. Bring your hand back. Don't let your hand creep forward. Don't let your hand creep forward. So what can we do to make, if she's still uncomfortable, what can we do? Yeah, so what position are we going to put her in? Yeah, why not? So when you've changed position, I always draw the scope back 2 or 3 centimeters. That just allows the bowel to adopt a natural position. Keep drawing back, and now I go forward. How does that feel? So if it's less tight for you, it's less uncomfortable for the patient. Okay, so how are we going to make it look to the direction we need to go? Wasim, have you fixed it? Everything? The electrics, the monitor.
Electric is not fixed.
Electric is not fixed.
UPS not working properly.
Oh. Okay, just stop where you are. Okay, what do we need to do? Right, so let's go on the scope guide. See how we've got the tip of the scope below the apex of the loop. If you apply clockwise torque slowly, that'll bring that part of the scope forward. As you apply that torque, once you've got 90 degrees of torque in, if you start to slowly come back and continue to increase that torque, the tip will want to force its way up. Okay? But you need the tip to be pointed into the lumen. So unless the tip is pointed into the lumen, it won't go forward. Picture is good now.
What about temperature?
Temperature is better.
Better than.
You've nearly killed me.
Why are you killing me?
The heat. You want to melt me. You think I'm a chocolate bar. And now advance. Sorry? Right, let me just show you. If you just stand there for a second, just there. So we've got the scope. If I look at the scope, see the scope there? The scope is actually feeling a bit tight. You know it's a bit tight in the bowel because it's lifting off the bed there when I actually put the torque on. Now, if we actually apply the torque and draw back the scope, we can actually feel how tight it feels, the scope. So now, all I'm doing now is putting a more clockwise torque on the scope. Now, plenty of water. So that's just water, no air. And now this is the bit where I said increase the clockwise torque. The scope is actually taking itself forward. And now my hand is underneath the scope to increase that torque. And now as I draw back, you'll see that the scope is staying still on the screen. See it? And now as I just turn the tip is actually now wanting to go up the bowel. If it's got somewhere to go, the scope will actually go forward for you. Blow some water. And we'll actually take that out, so I actually pop that into the scope there, so I actually can keep that torque on. Now, that's the torque that we want on the scope. As we take the scope back, now you can see on the scope guide what's happened. Much straighter. Now we can go back to what we were doing. So what it was, if you remember, I said you need to apply 90 degrees plus of torque, slowly withdraw the scope, and then continue to apply the torque. You applied the torque and then stopped. Yeah? And take some air down. Well done. So how was that? So you've negotiated the recto sigmoid is what you wanted. You're coming up to the splenic flexure now. You've had a go at reducing the loop. You now realise, if you remember from our talk yesterday, about how much you have to put on and how much you have to draw back. So there's a lot more to this than what you first think. Yeah? But how does the scope feel now? Stronger hands. Do you think I've got strong hands? Have I got strong hands? No, strong hands. Are my hands strong?
Your hand is strong?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I've got strong hands. So, have I got strong hands, Eric?
No hand.
You got no hand?
No strong hand.
No strong hand.
Soft.
Oh. See? Then you do that. See, he can take it. So, no strong hands. Just him. Ah. Good man. Slow down. No more air. Now, you're coming around the splenic flexure. To stop the scope disappearing under the spleen, this is forward and then anti-clockwise, even though you'll feel that you want to go clockwise. Yep. So you advance, anti-clockwise, and keep going. Good man. How does that feel? Brilliant. Now just stop there for a moment. Take some air down and just ask her how she's doing. Is she better? Just take some more air down. Well, she looks like she's resting now. That's good. Draw the scope back a centimetre. Bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more. What we're waiting for is that to step away. Keep coming. Now go forward. Keep that torque on, you're on, and just keep going. And how's that? See how relaxed the scope feels? Now because you've got a lot of scope in, and what you did is this tip stayed stable, didn't it? So you might as well come back and take the pressure out of the bowel. Good. Clean your lens. Good man. Slowly does it. Good. You're doing excellent now. Just slow it down. You're mid-transverse at that point, and now you've just dropped back. Okay? You're just coming up to the mid-transverse dip then. So just go forward nice and slow. Nice and slow, and the bowel will tolerate. Nice and slow, and the lady will tolerate. Nice and slow, and everything will work. Well done. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Drop your left hand so the buttons are facing the floor. And suck. And suck. And suck. And suck. Now stop and draw the scope back ever so slow. Clockwise torque. And keep drawing back. Keep drawing back. Now, bring the scope up and advance. How's that feel? So coming back actually reduces the tension in the scope. Good man. Slowly. Slowly. No more air. Slowly. Slowly. That's it. Good. Slowly. Stand up straight. Good man. Slowly. Slowly. Good. No, that's it. Brilliant. Yeah, keep it going round. Keep it going round so the scope comes up. Now tip up. Keep it going round. That's it. And now neutralise your tip, and you'll be opposite where you want to be, and draw the scope back, maintaining that torque. Right. Good. Let go of the big wheel. Just let go of it. Let go of it. You don't have to do anything. And a little bit of air. Good. Now you'll slowly see where they... Well done. See how you can torque steer now? Just by pointing the buttons and tip up. Caught this fold again. Get your nose right up. Slowly. Don't get excited. Do you need more gel on your scope? I don't like chai. I'm green tea or coffee or water. Black coffee. Yeah. Good. Slow. Slow. What can open this for you better? Sorry? No. Position. What position? Why? No, but you're right. because everything drops down and this opens up. So what we need to do now is you've changed position. So what did I get you to do last time you changed position? Slowly withdraw the scope, keeping the tip central to the lumen. Got to keep the tip central to the lumen though. See where the lumen is. And then draw back. Right. So if you're here and you're a little bit lost, you can put that to there. Okay? Good. Slow. Other way. Good. Slow. Good. Well done. Water. Well done. More water. Slowly advance. If it's difficult to advance, it needs more gel, the scope. Slow it down. Good. Slow it down. Good. Advance. Tip up. Ever so slow. Everything is done slowly. So tip up, follow the folds. Too much. Tip down. Good man. And go forward. Slow it down. Good. Go on. Nice and commit. 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 Nice and slow. Commit. Oh, thank you. Advance. So why do you think it's not going forward? Sorry. Okay, let me show you. So, what you've done, you've achieved one of your targets, which is to get around the sigmoid. You've really got well round to here. What you're doing is that you're not actually applying the right torque to where you're at. You need to bring the scope up, draw the scope back, then keep it in view. As you advance, keep no air, as you can see. Chin up, chin down, clockwise torque. Suck and draw back. Go forward. Yeah? And suck, draw back. Keeping the scope coming back, keeping it coming back, keeping it coming back. And then go forward. See, by taking it back and then going forward and then come back again. So we're just coming back, we're coming back, we're coming back, we're coming back.
Patient is a bit uncomfortable, which make you go roller coaster.
A lot of the time, So the patient here, so just give it a second. I put the gel on my hands, as you can see. I draw the scope back. I haven't even looked at the screen. I now put the gel on the scope. I now point the scope in the direction it's meant to be. I let the scope, the finger is here. Below water. And then come back. Let the scope get lubricated and come back. So we take more air down, more air down. See where I'm pointing the scope at the top of the bowel, keeping it up so the suction port doesn't get caught on the bowel wall in any way, shape or form. And then come back. And we take, I'm looking at taking that out. Is that taking it out or putting it in? I'm looking at how to take.
How many loops are allowed there? No.
3. No, I'm trying to take this out. Was it? Eric.
How do you come?
That's actually putting them in.
Off is it?
Is this taking them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. So I'm trying to take out the loops that were put in the umbilical. I'm not a great fan of abdominal pressure. What's happening is that I can feel that,
Loop in the segment.
yeah. So we'll have to pop that back in. I'm not a fan of that. Right. That's better. Is she okay? Is she okay?
Complaining of pain.
How much? No, no more sedation. No. There you go. So where are we? So where's the terminal ileum? See how the appendix is pointing and it's suggesting to the left. About 8 o'clock. So far. but the IC valve looked a little bit plump as we come round. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's abnormal. I'm just saying it just looked a little bit prominent when we come round. Can you see there the small bowel pressing in on the side? So tip down. There you go. You can see where it's coming over that fold. There you go. And there it is appearing for you. In you go. Go. Yeah. So draw back the scope and suck. Anti-clockwise. She's 93 now, Eric. No push. When do we push? Never.
Sorry. Should I
There you go, you're in. Well done. Clean it. Wash it. Yes, please. He's going to put water down your scope. How was that? Happy? Clean that water. So did you see how actually just applying the torque in the left hand took you in? Yeah? Good. Right. So, anything untoward? Anything abnormal? Anything abnormal? Okay. So what do we do now? Yeah. To IC, into the small bowel. She's getting more awake. She's talking now. No, just one. She's talking. Good man. So, my friend, how did that go? Overall, how do you think? Have we got a smile or have we got a grimace? You got a smile. We've got a smile. I had a smile yesterday at 6 o'clock. Did I tell you? So I just thought I'd let you know. You should enjoy your work. And you should bring your joy to work. So when you... That's a small bowel. Yeah, that's normal. The trick to any endoscopy, do not overdiagnose. If you see a polyp, take it out. But if you... This is normal. Don't overdiagnose. You can have an incompetent IC valve and air flows up. Big wheel forward. Big wheel forward. Good man.
Here I would like to use a small one.
Well, use the small wheel. That's fine. That's good. Well done. Yeah. Just stop. Stop. Look at your right hand. Stop. Stop. Look at your right hand. Your hand was up here.
Yeah.
So where should it be? Okay. Good. So if you know where it should be, why did you allow it to go where it shouldn't be? You got excited. So your hand is too far forward again.
They say in 21 days to leave a bad habit.
Does it?
Yeah.
I married my bad habit. It's called my wife. So I never lasted the 21 days. He says it takes 21 days to lose a bad habit. Mm. That's not an American study, is it? How is she? So how are things going? Good. So how do you know it's going good? Who's the biggest person in the room who's able to tell you how well you're doing? Ah, so what should you do? Ah, crack on. Yeah, but you find out for yourself. What's she say? And how does that make you feel? Very good. More air. Clean that slurry. Good man. Good. Clockwise talk. So we have a look at that area just to the right. Advance. And stop. Clockwise talk. More. Neutralise your little wheel because your little wheel is kicked. Yeah. So it's just stool. That's fine. Good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Well done. Stop. Look at your hand. Good man. Again, your hand should be here in this position. Yeah. Good man. Clockwise talk a little bit. Yeah. More. More clockwise. Point the buttons to the screen. There. Clockwise talk. More. Good. Now come back with the scale. See how it centralizes. So did you need the little wheel? No. Okay. I just wanted to prove something to you. Look at your hands. Good man. So you're nearly down to the anus. That's good. So what are you going to do now? So what are you going to do first? No. No. Oh, brilliant. Oh, mammy, let it slip. Now, you've got to make it